Brother Polight only sounds smart to stupid people. For those of us who actually conduct business on a 6 and 7 figure level, we can listen to Brother Polight speak for 5 or 10 minutes and clearly see straight through the BS. Many of the statements that he makes are non sequitur. He uses a bunch of terminology that has no purpose in the conversation, and he does that for the sake of adding complexity to the conversation. And anyone who tries to mystify things, they're doing so because they're trying to deceive you. See, business is very simple and straightforward. And if you simply take the business model and structures that he is speaking on and you apply it to other successful businesses, you can clearly look at it and say, it doesn't make any sense. For example, he is selling you an info product. He's teaching you how to go out and acquire real estate, preferably tax liens. Okay, so if he's teaching people how to acquire tax liens or acquiring them for people, then I should be able to go on the internet and come across 10, 20, 30 people who has actually taken his course, and they can say, because of Brother Polight's course, I was able to go out here and buy 2 or 3 or 4 tax liens. Or you should come across some people saying, you know what, I took the brother's course, or I gave the brother my money and he went out and got me 5 tax liens or 6 tax liens. You can't find that anywhere on the internet. Instead, what you come across is you come across people who allege that he has defrauded them, that he has taken the money from them, that he hasn't shipped the books to them. That should be the first red flag to any person with an IQ above room temperature. But wait, it gets better. He says that he has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 streams of income for you. So then you should be able to ask him, what do those 9 streams of income consist of? What business opportunities are those 9 streams of income? No one seems to know. He talks about that he can compound money every 14 days, make you 3.5 times on your money is what he told Crypto Roops, allegedly. Well, guess what? Get a pen and paper out right now. And let's take $1,000. And every 30 days, let's just simply double it. At the end of month 1, you would have $2,000. At the end of month 2, you would have $4,000. At the end of month 3, you would have $8,000. At the end of month 4, you would have $16,000. At the end of month 5, you would have $32,000. At the end of month 6, you would have $64,000. At the end of month 7, you would have $128,000. At the end of month 8, you would have $256,000. At the end of month 9, you would have $512,000. At the end of month 10, you would have $1,024,000. At the end of month 11, you would have $2,048,000. And at the end of the year, you would have over $4 million. If you don't believe me, take a pen and paper out and just keep doubling that $1,000 at the end of every 30 days. Do you see how mathematically, how asinine that is? How it doesn't make any logical sense? Because if the brother could do that with money, he would be on the front of Bloomberg, CNBC, MSNBC, Forbes magazine. He would be a billionaire. Because imagine what the money would be at the end of year 2, at the end of year 3. He would not need to come on the internet and get money from a bunch of poor black people if he can compound money like that himself. Instead, what he could do is he could just compound all the money and give it to black people. Do you see how it doesn't make any logical sense? Also, what's his name? None of you know his real name. None of you seen his real name. How old is he? Where does he live? Oh, I get it. He's concealing his identity because, he doesn't want the government to know what he's doing. Yet he's on the internet every 5 minutes with gold shoes on, riding around in rented cars, telling you how you can get rich. So let me get this straight. On one end of the spectrum, he's trying to hide because he doesn't want people to know what businesses he's involved in. But then he's on the internet telling you what business he's involved in. See, if you use your brain, you can clearly see through the game that he's running what is known as, quote unquote, affinity fraud, allegedly. And I use that term loosely. But see, I was listening to Soli Bebop, and shouts out to Soli Doli. And he said something that made so much sense. Notice that most of his alleged victims, they come from a particular community, the quote unquote conscious community, or should I say Kana's community, the community with all of the woke people, the Hoteps and the Egyptologists, and you can break down the Bible and how the Bible is fake, but yet you're not smart enough to understand I'm sending money to a person, I don't know their name, I'm sending money to quote unquote one of his wives that he's not even legally married to, and I'm supposed to get my money doubled in 14 days, but it's been 2 months now and I can't even get a text message back. But I'm going to go and take more money and send it to him. But yet I could break down how the Bible is fake and Jesus isn't real. Do you see how backwards thinking that a lot of these people, how they think, how the logic doesn't even make any sense? And then after you've been allegedly scammed, instead of you going out and contacting the proper authorities or going out and getting legal counsel, you know what you do? You come on here and make a bunch of YouTube videos and say, oh, I just want to expose the truth because, I don't want this to happen to anyone else. Newsflash, dumbass. It keeps happening. You know why it keeps happening? Because you people will not hold him accountable for his alleged crimes. And notice I have to keep saying alleged because none of you will simply go get a lawyer. If you really loved black people and you cared about black people, you would not want to see another black person have to go through what you are going through. You would say to yourself, I don't ever want someone to feel this way of being defrauded or taken advantage of allegedly. You would go above and beyond to stop this from happening to someone. But instead what you do is you get on the internet and you make a YouTube video. Newsflash, YouTube isn't saving anyone. You know why? Because YouTube didn't save you. You knew about what was going on and you still took your money and gave it to them. So guess what? The only way that you're going to be able to stop this from happening to other people is to go and take legal action. Oh, I don't want to see a black man in jail. Well, then shut up. If you're not going to do anything about it but make YouTube videos, then shut up. That's the best thing to do, because let me explain something to you. There is no way as a man that I would be able to sleep at night knowing that there's another man walking the streets that took 100 grand from me. There's just no way. Period. End of discussion. You would have to show all that Crip business you talking. You would have to show that to me. Brother Cavity, you went to jail for shooting somebody in the face. You would have to show that to me. You would have to whoop my ass or go get whatever you got. If you took that kind of money from me, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I would not be able to sleep at night. And if you ain't no tough guy or no gangster, be mentally tough. Be emotionally tough. Go get a lawyer. But there's just no way in hell that somebody's going to take that kind of money from me, go drive in a bunch of rented cars, buy gold shoes, go to basketball games, and I'm going to be sitting here on YouTube all day long making videos. There's just no way. It doesn't make any logical sense at all that you will continue to keep allowing this to happen, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to make your YouTube videos. He's going to fall back allegedly with the money that he's taken from you. He's going to go buy him some nice Versace shoes. He's going to go take him some vacations. He's going to go probably get him a couple of new wives. And in 3 months, let me tell you what's going to happen. He's going to be right back on side of this platform, talking about the Hebrews, talking about the Moors, talking about whether your eyebrows are straight, debating the Muslims, and he's going to find a new stable of suckers. You know why? Because instead of you holding people accountable for wronging you, you just want to sit up here and make YouTube videos. Because see, you don't really have knowledge yourself. Because if you loved yourself, and you cared about yourself, and you had pride in yourself, there's no way you would allow another man to even treat you that way. I live here in New York City. I played ball my entire life. I played at Rucker Park. I played in Madison Square Garden. I traveled the country. I did it all. No celebrities ever had me starstruck. You know why? Because they are men and women just like you. They're struggling and battling in life just like you. Because let me tell you something about a lot of these conscious brothers and sisters. When they turn that camera off, they're not vegans. They drink, they smoke, they curse, they hit the club. But they come on this camera and they'll put that dashiki on, they'll put that fez on, they'll put that ankh on, Ashe, my brother and sister. They'll break down all of this metaphysical knowledge from the fifth dimension. They'll talk about the letter B in ancient Kemet all day long. And you'll be sitting on here really following these people thinking that, oh my God, this person is such a good guy and they have a higher self. In reality, they're worse than you. When that camera goes off, they live worse than you. See, you don't see them when the camera's off. You only see them when the camera's on. I don't worship no man and no woman. No idolatry over here. I don't worship anyone. I lead myself. And you need to lead yourself. Can you get knowledge and wisdom from someone? Hell yeah. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. I don't follow nobody. I worship Brother Polight. Get the hell out of here. He's a man just like you. He bleed just like you. He breathe just like you. Ain't nothing special about him. But see, the minute that you allow a person to have status over you, that they can talk down to you, that they can treat you anyway, then set yourself up for anything. See, Anti-Afro Singali talks about this all the time, about affinity fraud. And it only mainly happens in the black community because we have this Messiah complex that we need someone to save us. No one gonna save me but me. I don't look to no man and no woman to save me, and you shouldn't either. Can somebody teach you something? Yeah, teach me. But you ain't leading me nowhere. At a certain point, you got to grow up. I came on he got this Crypto Roots dude. He had 7 videos. He sat there and made 7 videos about allegedly being scammed instead of picking up the goddamn phone, calling an attorney, emailing him the receipts and saying this is what happened. But instead what he wants to do is come on here and make videos all day long. Those videos are not going to save anyone. These alleged scams or schemes have been going on for well over 5 years now. Well over 5 years. So who are you really saving? No one. If you truly want to save someone, start with yourself first. Have some pride in yourself that someone has taken 100 grand from you. Get on the phone and contact an attorney. I don't want to see any more YouTube videos. If you've been schemed or scammed, get on the phone and get an attorney and hold that person accountable.